Storybox Audio. Storybox Audio.
Sorry, everyone. Just lost a few things that I had set up. So very sorry. I'm only going to just cover these police that sadly were shot in the line of duty briefly, because they already know who did it. But I'm covering this due to I don't care whether you're a police officer or any person. I don't believe you should have to go to work and be killed. These officers were going out there for, hey, Joe, would you like to come up and join me? You are here. So is Mama Bear and Karen, and Smoothie needed sleep. So she's going to watch the replay. But would you like to come up and join me, Joe? If I can get the link for you. Oh, I do this every time. Sorry, everyone. Bear with me. Okay, Joe, where am I finding the link? I can't think. Hey, T014. Lovely to see you here. Okay, Joe, you're going to have to tell me where to find the link because I can't think. Oh, and that rhymes. Click on invite. Oh, yeah, look at that. Silly woman. I'm doing so well. Okay. Don't mind me, guys. Sorry. Okay, it's coming your way now, Joe. Sorry. I did that. I can work that bit out. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Sorry, guys. It got the better of me. I did have it all sorted out and ready to go, but every time I pop something up or down, I lose everything, like I've just lost it again. That's amazing. Oh, no, I found it. Thank God. I'm so confused now. I keep losing stuff. Sorry. All right, just briefly back on these police. And all right, just briefly back on these Well, hello.
Hello.
Right, just briefly back on these.
Hold on a minute.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Right, just briefly.
How are you?
I am good. Long time no see.
Yep.
You're
I
right,
like
Squirrel. Thank you
your
for being
background.
here. Sorry?
I like your background. That's pretty cool.
Which background are we talking about?
This border thing you have up here, it says murder mystery, crimes under investigation. How'd you do that?
Oh, that's the one I have up on my YouTube page too.
Mm-hmm.
I added it to banner.
Where'd
I
you,
made it as a banner.
how and where did you do that at?
Yep. I'll type it in Facebook for you after. I'll have to go on there and type it in there
That's fine. Don't worry about it right now.
for you. So just So
No.
Joe.
Go ahead. I was listening to you. I keep forgetting.
Did you see my intro? I actually managed to make an intro. Can you believe that?
You're doing good. Really good.
Shock myself sometimes.
Give me a second. I have to turn my TV down. Sorry. Hold on.
Okay. Lovely to have you all here. Oh, you're right. Screw it. The hardest thing is trying to get it back to get this one to the same as my old one, because I like things in certain places. So, yes. So, these police, as I was saying, these police officers that were killed in the line of duty, as I was saying, I don't care if you're a police officer, ambulance driver, firefighter, or doctor, lawyer, average person. Just like us, I don't believe that they should be murdered to do their job or lose their life. And I am sick of hearing, sadly, people that will say, well, that's their job. That's the risk they take. It might be the risk they take, but they don't deserve it, especially when they're not prepared for it. And this is what angst me about this, is that these officers were actually going to this property because they were looking into a missing person. The missing person, who I might add, was a teacher and at one point a principal to a primary school in Sydney. And his wife also was a teacher. Were the two, as well as his brother, were the three that shot these police officers that went out there looking for him because he was reported missing. And I believe it was set up myself. I even believe the report about him being missing was a setup to get police out there, to be honest. But
Makes sense.
Sadly, very strange people. So I will share this. I was going to say, gee, I even forgot how to do that.
You have a lot of that goes on out there, Lisa?
Police shootings?
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
Mm-hmm.
No.
That's good. I was talking to David, and he said one time about like the differences between the United States and Australia, and there's a lot more that goes on here. Obviously, your guys' country's a lot more well behaved, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's due to the fear of consequences you know, or if it's just because they have more common sense than we do, or you have more common sense than we do, or what it is. But
Well, you got to remember we don't have gun laws here either. We all not armed here.
yeah, well, that's, you know,
We don't.
that helps a lot.
Big difference. And I'm not putting that down. By the way, before anybody jumps on me, please don't jump on me.
I know, it's okay.
I'm just saying that we do not have that here. So, oh, dear God, what am I doing? Yep, I've lost what I'm doing. Oh, that's what I was doing, taking that off. Just so you can see, I'm easily distracted now. Yeah, I think it's got to do with the gun laws and the fact that we are scrutinised to get a gun licence here.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have a gun licence when I was younger. Not that I shot at anybody or any animals or anything, but I did have it in case, because living in that country, in case an animal is severely injured, I will put them down. I'm sorry. I would rather do that than watch them suffer.
Absolutely.
But I personally believe that has a lot to do with it. I mean, could you imagine your police over there? And I often thought about this. They're carrying guns over there, but then everybody they're pulling over or going out to also have guns. And possibly bigger guns.
Yeah, well, we kind of deal with that here a little bit. Because they've allowed, like in the state that I'm in, excuse me, we had, it's an open carry state where you're allowed to openly carry a gun as a sidearm on your hip. Okay.
Yep.
Up to a certain caliber. And it's 634.
639 actually.
And then we had to push to get a,
sorry.
They pushed and got a carry conceal situation to where you had to take a class to get that here. Well, and then we had a couple other laws, like we had your stand your ground law and things like that. Okay.
Yep.
Well, now the state that I'm in now, there is no, you don't need to have anything. You can just carry a gun and shoot whoever the hell you want. Of course, there's repercussions. Of course, they're a lot more regulated now where they will, if they see you with a gun, you're going to get stopped. You're going to get questioned. They're going to check you. And if you're not registered, first of all, if the weapon's not registered to you, it's gone. And you're not allowed to have any kind of felonies or anything like that. And you have to carry, the way I understand it, because I mean, the one I've had forever. I don't have any kind of a license, but and of course I don't have any felonies either, but the way I understand is you have to register to carry the gun, and then you have to be registered with the state of Ohio they have to know everything about you for you to have it. You know what I mean? Yep. So, and that's pretty much all that it is. And we have before you could not, like if somebody broke into your house here and they you pull a gun on them and they start to run from you, you were not allowed to shoot them in the back. You had to let them run away.
Yep.
Well, with the stand your ground law, it doesn't matter what they're doing now. You can do whatever you want. Before, the police used to literally tell people, if somebody's breaking into your house and then they try to get away, shoot them and drag them inside your house. It was kind of a joke, like a running joke, you know?
Sorry.
And so anyway, so now we have full capabilities to do what we want to do here. And I don't care what anybody says. There's a lot of people that have not been arrested, that don't have felonies, that should not have a gun in their hand, in my opinion. I just have to say, there's a lot of people that show mental health in a way that says you shouldn't have a gun. So I absolutely understand and we're allowed to carry them in our vehicles now too. As to before, if you did, you had to have the gun on one part of the car or vehicle and the magazine in a different part of the car or the bullets in a different part of the car separate. You
Mhm.
couldn't keep it. Well, now you can do that now too. So if you were to get stopped, they want you to have it in full view, like on your seat. If they the gun is to be out in full view, so on and
Oh,
so forth.
wow.
And what happens now is if a cop pulls you over and they see you got the gun on your seat, they draw down on you immediately, pull you out of the car, check everything about you, and then they relax. So it's kind of turned into like the wild, wild west in a sense. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know, it's kind of scary and dangerous. I mean, I don't tote mine around with me everywhere I go. I don't. It's for protection for certain circumstances in my area. So
Hi, Kelly. Hi, Jen. Welcome.
that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just explaining that. I'm
No,
sorry.
no. That's why I asked. I'm interested in that because you look at a lot of unalivings that happen over there,
Yes.
especially in schools, and you find they've only recently got the gun.
Uh-huh.
Whereas, like I said, we're scrutinised to get a license here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back when I got mine, you went into the police station, went for a test, you did your test, and then you still had to wait several weeks. Now it's even worse. Now you've got to be cleared by a doctor to know that you're mentally stable, and then you can go and take a test, but you still got weeks to wait. So if you're planning on doing something to somebody, they class it as cooling you down
Yeah.
so that you can't do it in the fit of anger, which I actually understand. Not that it's going to stop it
Mm-hmm.
altogether. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's still going to happen, but I think that does play a role in it. And like I said, please don't come after me or crucify me.
No. I completely understand where you're at with that. Nobody would ever come after you anyway. You're too sweet.
Don't bet on it.
I ain't gonna let them do it anyhow.
So anyway, these police officers, so there was 4 of them all up, and there was two and two. So the police officers, which were a man and a woman, drove into this farm place, house in the middle of nowhere, and you could imagine them just sitting there, like I said, because they were going out there for a missing person. So as my daughter and I were talking about this, we were saying you could just see them sitting in the car, and because the male was 26 and the female was 29. The other officer, female, was only out of the police academy for 8 weeks. And the other male, I'm not sure of how long he'd been in the police force for, but think 8 weeks. But needless to say, you see these two, you can virtually imagine them just driving there and chit-chatting and joking, because they wouldn't be on high alert, is what I'm trying to say, because it's a missing persons case. They weren't expecting to be ambushed. And they just drive in there, and this house was booby-trapped. They had cameras all over the house to see them coming,
Mm-hmm.
which tells me, as I said, I believe this was a setup. I believe somebody, one of them 3, was one of them was the one that rang in and reported him as a missing person, to be honest. But yeah, they apparently had booby traps all over the outside, and they were well and truly armed. And these officers drove in there, and they just started firing at him. The female police officer was laying on the ground, begging for her life, and they still shot her. The other one that was there out of the police force for 8 weeks, hi Karen, she got away and was hiding in the bush. And she believed that they were going to find her and they were going to unalive her. So she sent a goodbye message to her parents.
That's really sad.
It is. You'd imagine, I don't believe this girl, this lady, after 8 weeks, would have ever come across anything that bad in the short 8 weeks she worked in the police force, especially out in the country. So you'd imagine her there, hearing them gunfires, knowing they're coming after her, and she's sending that text. To top it off, these sick individuals go and light the paddock on fire.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to burn her out and shoot her, or they're going to burn her to death. Great. The
Absolutely.
good part about it is she made it. The other police male, he managed to crawl out of there, and he made it, but sadly went into surgery and had shrapnel and whatnot removed. And then a neighbour who heard the gunshots come running over, and of course they unalived him too. So nice bunch of people, but I'll play this for you.
Hey Pink, good to see you.
I will put the link to this in here so I don't get in it.
Yeah, me and you are gonna need to talk, Lisa. Like I know what I'm doing on this whole computer thing, but I still have not been able to figure out how to set and add these things. Like you have these backgrounds and stuff, so we're gonna have to talk. I'm not very good. It's actually
quite easy.
Well, I've been told that. Even my buddy Dan or Popper Jack, he's told me it's really not that hard. But I'm like dingbat when it comes to this stuff. So sorry, I didn't mean to jump into that. I just wanted.
No, that's fine. No, happy to help you. It's fine. So I'll play this for you all.
For operational reasons, there is limited information that I will give you. I will make a statement. However, cannot take further questions this evening. I will give you further information early in the morning where media will assemble at Chinchilla Police Station. It is with deep sadness that I confirm the deaths of 3 people, including 2 officers during incident in the Western Downs late this afternoon. 4 officers attended a property on Waynes Road in Wyambilla in relation to a reported missing person from New South Wales. Tragically, while in attendance, 2 officers were shot and declared deceased at the scene. A member of the public was also shot and is deceased. Another officer received a bullet graze and is receiving treatment in hospital. A 4th officer managed to escape the property and is also receiving treatment. The offenders are yet to be taken into custody. An operation, as I said, is currently unfolding at the location this evening involving Polair and specialist police. We urge the public to stay away from this exclusion zone. While we are yet to learn the full extent of what has occurred today, we do know this event is extraordinarily distressing on many levels. I extend my heartfelt condolences to the officers' families, friends and colleagues. Our thoughts are with them during this extremely difficult time. Those officers paid the ultimate sacrifice to keep our community safe. I would like to also pay tribute to all police and first responders who assisted at the scene and are continuing to respond this evening. Tragically, this is the largest loss of life we have suffered in one single incident in recent times. It is devastating news, and I know that it will deeply be felt across Queensland. It is, sadly, a reminder of the unpredictable nature of policing and the incredible dangers our office face while protecting our community. I know the days and weeks ahead will be particularly difficult for families and the police family.
Hey, Strike.
We are an organisation in mourning tonight, and at the appropriate time, we will honour the sacrifice these officers have made for us. Flags will be flown at half-mast at all police stations tomorrow. Our priority right now is to ensure those responsible are brought to justice and that family, friends and colleagues of the officers involved are being supported as much as possible. Thank you.
So they arrested 2 other people because I might add the people that did this are no longer with us.
Mm-hmm.
They unallied the whole 3 of them. The wife was also sleeping with the other brother. Strange people.
So I guess the craziness just doesn't happen here in the States. It happens over there too.
Yep, sure does. Sure does. And this is where this poor police officer that was waiting, this is the house, and this is still burning from where they set it alight to flush her out.
How long ago did this happen?
Oh, not last week, the week before, I think, if I remember correctly.
I wish that we would get, because I've noticed like Schmooby, she's over where she's at, and like Pamela and you and David and quite a few other people, Kitty and all of them, everybody that's overseas. You guys get like national news from the United States on a regular. We don't get this kind of stuff like you guys, from all you guys over there. It's crazy. And I wish we would get stuff like that too, so we would have a little bit more knowledge about what's going on overseas, you know?
Yeah, see, I can find a lot of your news here on, of course, on the internet. But yeah, I have heard that a lot of our news doesn't make it over there.
It doesn't, and that's like David. You know, thank God for him. Like I said, he's one of my best friends, and he'll throw me links and different little things here, and he's like, check this out, Joe, and this and that and everything else. That's how I know what's going on sometimes over there. Otherwise, we don't get it. We just don't get it, and I think that's wrong. You know, unless there's some big, horrible national catastrophe or something, that's the only way we're gonna get it. So, or international, I should say. Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, I know the case of the little girl that was taken out of the tent.
Yeah.
Up at the top end of Queensland.
Mm-hmm.
Actually made it over there.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
news.
that one did get over here, but you kind of had to look for it. You know, it wasn't just thrown at us like a lot of this stuff is with you guys, sadly. But yeah. I don't know why. I don't know if it's about international agreements, you know, with different corporations or whatnot, or if it's just that they realize. I don't know. You guys over there on the other side of the pond realize what idiots we are over here, so we don't deserve it.
I don't think it's that. Because I'm actually like, we're bombarded with news from America.
Right.
More so than England, although we'll still get news from England or the UK. We're bombarded with crimes from America.
And you guys get like the same cable shows, at least David said, and like a lot more stuff than what we had. Where you were explaining to me like your internet service that goes through satellite, you know, all of these things that we don't have here. And we're supposed to be one of the richest countries in the world. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. So
I'm going to take a photo of the dish for you.
Oh yeah,
so that you can, when I do the Christmas lights and that, I'll actually take a photo of it.
Maybe I can become a
Today.
billionaire and throw the idea to some company around here in the United States and say, hey, let's try this and see what happens. And I'll give you half of what I make off of it.
It just blows my mind that you don't have it over there.
If we do,
Like-
I've never, ever heard of it. Never.
Ours is called NBN, which is National Broadband. Oh God, now I've got to remember what it
Network.
stands for. Yes, thank you. So
Yeah,
that took
no.
them a few years to get right through every state. But when they put it on your house, all they do is come in and they put the a thingo on your wall,
Yeah.
a network thing on your wall, and then
Right.
you plug into that and it goes to your modem.
Okay.
Right? But if you live in suburbia,
Mm-hmm.
you won't have a dish. It just goes straight to the outside underground because our lines run through underground, right?
Okay.
But because we live out in the country, it goes up on the dish.
Okay. That makes sense. And we have, and I may be crazy. I might be wrong. Like everybody in here that lives in a different state may say, we have that or whatever. I've never seen or heard of it. We have like down south in the southern countries or southern states. I mean, most of the cable lines are buried too. Like you know what you're saying? Like where I'm at, we have telephone poles that they call them, and all our power lines, cable lines, phone lines, they all run house to house between these poles above ground, and that's how it's all set up. That's why I lose internet all the time, because the wind blows or whatever happens and it goes out.
Wow.
I wish they would bury
Wow.
it.
How is that? Because you guys are more advanced than us. I can't work that out.
I said that to you earlier. Like, how do we not have internet on a satellite dish? It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it doesn't. Because I would think that they would have a national broadband like we do. And the idea of doing it was to get to remote places, to make it cheaper for low-income families to have internet for their children.
Absolutely.
Or to get it to remote areas where them children can't have access to internet.
The only thing we had was when COVID was like in full effect.
Hi,
and the kids
Cece.
were home from school. Hey, Cece, sweetest lady on the internet. We had there was a program that I think Spectrum, which is like the main company here that monopolizes for the most part, between them and Comcast. We had like a program where they gave internet for free for the kids that were out of school for just like, I want, honest to God, I'm gonna say it was like a year, the first year of COVID. And then after that, it was, you got a bill one day and they said, you gotta start paying again. you know what I mean? So I don't know, it was crazy, but they don't give us nothing here. We have to, everything is expensive and there's nothing handed out to us that I know.
I couldn't believe the price of yours compared to the price of mine. Just
yeah. And I don't, and you see how, excuse the phrasing, but how shitty my service is. It goes in and out. It is. Brandy has the same service I have, and there's a couple other people that have it too. It's got like, they hide behind their names. They change their names up, Sudden Link or Quantum, whatever it is, or whatever. Whenever they make somebody mad, they just change their name and they let it go, and you have shitty service still. And I pay like $180 sometimes. It depends on.
Well, I'm paying less than half of what you're paying.
I know. I know, absolutely. It doesn't make sense to me. And you probably have 10 times the service I have. Now, if I had Spectrum, it would be worth what I pay. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, because Spectrum here, like where I lived in the city before I moved out here, it was Spectrum, and I had the highest or fastest. Okay, I mean, I could just touch something and it was there. I never went out. I never had problems like that. It was great, you know, and I paid less there. Yeah, I paid less there for that than I pay here for this. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, well, that's what I have, the fastest internet you can get. Touch it.
How do
it's
they
there.
rate? How do they rate it? Do you know? Like
No, I couldn't tell you.
megahertz or not megahertz, but megabytes or gigabytes or
Gigabytes, if I remember correctly, but don't quote me on it.
do you know what
I'd
you
have to look it up.
Okay.
The fastest you can get
Okay, because I'm
is what I'm running.
like
And
Spectrum.
don't ask me what it is.
Spectrum had 400 gig was the fastest, and they had 5G, LTE, all that fun stuff, right?
Yep.
Where I'm at now, you can only get 150 gigs, and that's their fastest. There's no 5G out here. There's nothing out here. So my internet is basically like a 95-year-old man walking down the street with a cane. Honestly, that's how it reminds me of, or what it reminds me of. So it's very sad.
Thank you, Cece.
Yes,
that.
thank you, CC. Welcome, everybody. How many people do you have in here, Lisa?
I have 5.
That's
Sorry,
it?
guys. Yes, I had 8 before, but they probably got a little bored with their.
Well, Smoothie had to go to bed.
Oh, no, I saw that right at the start, and I said that was fine.
That's all right. We'll get more people in here. They have 6G now. I'm really mad now. Whatever. Sorry, I'll shut up. Go ahead.
Okay, now I'll just show you.
I can confirm the 2 officers who tragically lost their life overnight were Constable Matthew Arnold, 26 years old, Constable Rachel McCrow, 29 years old, and they were both from Tara Police Station. My heartfelt sympathies and condolences go out to their loved ones, friends and colleagues. In this awful incident, they made the ultimate sacrifice. Sadly, both Matthew and Rachel had only recently commenced.
They look like babies, these 2. They look so young.
Their policing careers. Matthew was sworn in as a police officer in March 2020, while Rachel was sworn in last year in June 2021. Both officers started their careers in the Dalby Division before transferring to Tara Police Station. We have dedicated family liaison officers in place supporting their families. I will be visiting their families in the very near future. As you would appreciate, it is an extremely emotional and challenging time for the Queensland Police Service.
Hey, Heather.
Hey, Heather. Lovely to see you here, sweetheart. Thank you.
Thanks for coming in, sis.
Losing one of our own has a profound impact on every single officer and their families. To lose 2 officers in one incident is absolutely devastating. This event is the largest loss of life, police life, we have suffered in a single incident in many years.
I don't think there's a single Queenslander today whose heart isn't broken. It is so sad. It is so devastating. And of course, our thoughts are with the family and friends and colleagues of those 2 very brave officers. We also extend our condolences to the family of the innocent local resident who was also murdered by these evil people, these truly evil people. There was a lot of bravery shown yesterday, a lot of bravery by many officers of the Queensland Police Service. The Commissioner and I have heard stories about just extraordinary human effort to be courageous, to support each other, to do whatever it took to keep the community safe and to protect each other. I wanted to particularly highlight those efforts. Those officers serve the community because of us, because they want to keep us safe. And when they are under attack, our community is under attack. It is sad. It is devastating. Our thoughts are with the family, friends, colleagues of those officers who have lost their lives, with the whole police family. And we make this commitment. Those officers will never, ever be forgotten, ever. Their sacrifice will always be remembered with honour they served.
Do you know what I thought was lovely was they lit up the Opera House at Sydney, all in blue, for these officers, if you know what the Opera House is. I said that like you all know. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, so once again, other police officers there. Like I said, they do look like babies to me. They look so young. She looks younger than him. I couldn't imagine your daughter, your son goes to work and don't come home.
No, no.
Yeah, no. And this is, like I said, the property. And since the police are buying this property, I'd be interested to see what they do with it. But they are buying this.
Probably be good to use for like a training facility maybe, and they could put up a monument to the officers there.
Oh yeah, could be. Could do. This is the teacher, Nathaniel, who unalived the officers, who was married to the other teacher, who was also sleeping with his brother.
But so there was actually no relative reason for this, right? That was given.
Nope. No, apparently he was well liked because, like I said, he worked as a teacher at Sydney. Prior to that, he was a principal. You'd imagine this guy being around your child. But apparently he was well loved by the children and by the parents.
Okay.
Aren't they all?
I would imagine. So what was, because I may have missed the very beginning, what was the initial police call about?
About him being missing. So they were just going out there to see about him being missing.
Right.
And like I said, so they wouldn't have been on high alert. They wouldn't have expected somebody to have guns or anything like that.
Right.
That's what I mean. Like I said, you could literally see the two in the car just chit-chatting away because they wouldn't have been on high alert. There was no reason for them to be. They're concerned about this guy missing, who's a teacher, like I said. So, and being a teacher, you would not suspect him going missing. I mean, him going out there to be murdered.
Right.
So,
just happened here.
sadly,
yeah, that's just crazy.
It is. It's so weird. So the two brothers say, him and his brother say, this is Nathaniel, and his brother was Gareth Train. They were unalived, dead by police during the siege at the property.
Right.
The brothers are the offenders who police say shot unalived the two armed officers. See, the wife, who's 45, was also unalived. But it's just ridiculous. There's no rhyme or reason for it at all.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell sparked it. Like, why did he even shoot at them?
Oh, that's why I think it was a setup.
Right. And like,
because they were ambushed. So I reckon either his wife or maybe his brother had made the report about him being missing.
right. That's
On
I'm
top
just,
of that, they what did they call them? They don't believe in the law of the land, like our law.
there it is. Okay. Yep. I know what you're
All of
saying.
a sudden, right? This is all of a sudden, but
Mm-hmm.
and that teacher all of a sudden believed that the government was watching everything you did, and if you went and got the antivirus for the coronavirus, oh, I said that word, that they were actually putting chips into people.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think maybe drugs played a role in it.
It sounds like there's a bit of paranoia based on, yeah, I can get with that. That's
Yeah.
horrible.
So this went on for 6 hours, this siege. You'd imagine that poor the two policemen that were still alive, policewoman and policeman, but
Yeah.
especially that the one that had only been there for 8 weeks,
That's horrifying. I just, yeah, I know what you, right.
hiding out in that bush, and I've set it alight. Like, yeah, I don't understand it.
That's horrible, Mama Bear. That's just horrible. Wow. Sorry to hear that.
But I thought I'd just touch on it, although it's not, we know who did it.
Right, it's still
Whatnot.
a sad thing.
Yeah, it broke
And
my heart.
these things need to be known, you know, it happens all over the place.
Yeah. And I just get annoyed hearing that's their job.
No. Listen. I'm a retired civil service worker, okay? Yes, there are things to take into consideration, and there are I can't think of the word right now. Dangers of these jobs, okay? When you become a policeman, you know that it can be dangerous in this aspect or that aspect. When you become a firefighter, or a fiery as you call it, I think that's cute. There's dangers in that job, of course. We take on that as well, okay? But not like that. Not like that at all. You should not have to go to work, which I will say, I have quite a few friends that are police officers here, okay? they are nervous. A lot more nervous than they used to be. They're all Kevlar'd out with the bulletproof vests. Some of them even have hats that are made of Kevlar now, like baseball looking hats.
Yep.
They're nervous, okay, especially when they work in certain parts of town in different areas of the county. But not to the extent of that happening, because we have militia groups like that around here. They don't go that far, you know, luckily. And at one point when I'm sure you probably heard about it, but there was an African American gentleman that was killed due to police brutality in New York. George Floyd was his name.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when that happened, all hell broke loose, as it should have. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they started talking the whole defund the police, and me being who I am, along with most of my neighborhood, screwed in blue light bulbs to my front porch light instead of a regular white one to show the support of the police. We have American flags, we have police flags that we would fly that are blue and black and all that, okay? To show support, because a lot of people were putting up this anti-police stuff. Now, people, I had conversations with people in my neighborhood that were all about defunding the police because you can't trust them. I said, okay. So here, and I went at them with this scenario. I said, so let's take the police force away. We'll take control of it ourselves. That's what you want? Well, that would make more sense, so on and so forth. You know, we would still run with the court system and the justice system, but we would be the police. Okay. So you're going to say that you're going to be responsible for policing an entire city. And if you agree, or if you don't feel that this is something you agree with, you're going to approach that as a police officer, correct? Go ahead. Well, and he wanted me to, yeah, he said, yeah, basically. I said, no, not no, but hell no, no. That makes no sense. You know, you have no background, no knowledge, no this in being a police officer. So why do you think that you're qualified to do this? Well, at least I know I'd be honest. I said, do you? I don't know that. My friend Jeff don't know that. My neighbor Russell don't know that. That lady lives on the corner over there don't know that. We don't know you like that.
That's right.
So I'm not comfortable with that situation. So no, we don't take away the police department, you jackass idiot. We support the police department. You feed, or you what's the word? Not feed, but weed out. I'm going to use one of Doug's phrases because I agreed with him 100%. I completely support the police department, but I don't like bad police officers. I'll put it my way, bad pork, whatever he called it. Bad cops. Of course, nobody does, you know, and there are a lot of them, guys. I'll be honest with you. In my area here alone, in like a four city area, there have been quite a few. But there's also a lot of good cops, you know, and you got to look at that. So
there's more good cops than there is bad cops.
And that's my opinion, there is, because most people that go to school to be police officers, they go through the training, they get the job, they want to help people, or they wouldn't do it in the first place, because they're sure as hell, at least not here, they're sure as hell not doing it to get a top rate paycheck, because they don't pay cops here shit compared to what they should make. Excuse my language, I'm just saying. Excuse me, good Lord. But yes, I just don't. That bugs me.
Molly.
Good golly, Miss Molly's in the house.
Beautiful lady.
Yeah, we're down like that too here. It is bird titty cold.
You see, I don't understand the whole funding of your police force over there, where ours are all government paid.
It's stupid. Defund the police. That was the whole big deal. Take away the money to support them. Are you kidding? That's part of the problem we have now. No.
I remember that over one arrogant police officer, because you must admit that guy was arrogant, that was happily kneeling on George Floyd.
Oh, he very much well was. I wish. I wanted to do to him what he was doing to that guy. That's what I wanted to do when I saw that. And that's what happened was these guys, their job goes to their head, guys. They get cocky. They get arrogant. They think they're somebody, their power. People like that cannot handle power, which is why they get like that.
But even the other officers couldn't speak to him. I mean, they did speak to him, and he just ignored them. I mean, look at, even when the Ambo drivers turned up, look what he did. He still would not get off of him.
It was a power play.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you could tell by the whole arm up like this, and they're not leaning on the car. Why then people were talking to him saying, get off him. He's not breathing. And he just ignored them.
And that one cop, and that's what happens, you guys. I'm sure you guys have seen this. But that one cop, that one bad apple spoiled the entire bunch.
Yeah, you're right.
Because everybody lost trust, respect, and the want to call the police at that point. And it turned everything upside down. And it wasn't just where those cops were from, guys. It was everywhere. Okay?
Sadly.
And I'll tell you right now, they had marches to support, that type of thing. I marched And I'll tell you right now what I loved about it. I marched right alongside multiple African American people, right alongside police officers in uniform that were on duty that marched right along with us. Civil service workers, firefighters, paramedics, administrators of the government in our city. Our city had a very peaceful march and riot for that, without one problem. National Guard was here. They didn't have to get involved. Military, none of that. Hold on, my dog's quacking again.
God, I love that.
So
But see exactly what you said. There was one bad copper, and because of that one bad copper, everybody focused in on every copper that was there.
and you know
And they
what?
were all bad to everybody. And it wasn't. If you actually watch it, it is only that one bad copper, and the others do try talking to him.
Well, he
But
was a
he is-
higher ranking officer than them.
And his arrogance at its best. Even when they pulled the stretcher out from the ambulance,
Yeah.
like I said, he still would not get off him.
Well, he had to prove that he was right, and his arrogance, and I'm doing what I'm doing because I can do what I can do, you know. And it's like,
Hang on, guys. My beautiful daughter is here in chat. This is my daughter.
Hello,
Who
Miss
lives
Melissa.
in Queensland, everyone. Would you like to come up, Miss Melissa?
Bring her up. Come on down. You're the next contestant on Lisa's panel. Yeah, it's a horrifying scenario.
It is. It is ridiculous.
You thought that was a fart, Cece. That's hilarious. No, Cece. It's definitely my dog's hacking. Sorry.
His dog.
My dog.
Like when we did his live earlier, I thought he said he had a duck in the house. But his dog sounds like a duck.
He quacks like a duck. He honks like a duck, or a goose, I should say. Yeah, that was like that one incident. There was a few more that happened too, but that one incident sparked a ridiculous amount of stuff that didn't need to happen.
It sure did.
Oh, come on, Melissa. Come join us.
Yes. Hop up, love. You don't have to show your face.
Yeah, you can hide
switch
behind
your
the little
camera off.
icon thing.
You can do this. Just switch your camera off and do this.
Or this. Now you see me, now you don't. Now you do. Now you don't. Now you do. Now you don't. Now you do. Now you don't. Okay, I'm done.
Thank God for that.
Oh, wait.
Oh, no. He's gone again.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. I said I'm done. Or not. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm getting tired. I'm starting to act crazy.
Oh dear God.
This is the daughter that I spoke to, right?
Charlene? No.
No, this is you have three.
This is the daughter that's in Queensland.
Is this the one that looks like my sister?
Oh God, I can't remember now.
The blonde, the very blonde one. Or are they all blonde like you?
No, Charlene's blonde. Okay. Wait a minute. I'll show you which one she is. Give me 2 secs.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Okay, I need to pull you back up because now I can't see you. I dropped it down. I'm getting so lost here.
It's okay.
So, trying to find her picture.
I know one of your daughters. I don't know if it was the youngest one, but one looked just like my sister. Remember?
Yeah, that was Charlene. I'm pretty sure I remember now. It was Charlene.
Okay, no worries. Yes, Miss Melissa, you're very lucky. You have a wonderful mother. She's the sweetest woman on the planet, and we love her.
No, I was just blessed to have great kids.
You gotta that you have great kids because you're a great mom. That's how that works. Yes, you are very lucky. She's an amazing, amazing lady.
Thank you. Oh, God. Hang on, I actually think I found where her photo is. There it is.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Here you go. This daughter is...
That's right. 13 awesome people tuning in. Hit that like button, everybody.
this daughter. This is Melissa, everybody.
Okay, then yeah, no. That's not the one that looks like my sister, but
No, that's what I said. It was Charlene. That looks like
yeah.
your sister.
I swear to God, that was my sister when I saw that picture. It was so very weird.
Yeah, no, that was Charlene.
Gotcha.
But no, this is Melissa.
Gotcha. Well, it's nice to meet you, Melissa.
Even though you're a picture and you're not saying much,
Fine, then. Don't talk back to me. Just stare at me.
we've put you on panel anyway, love.
I'm just kidding.
Yes, she is beautiful. Thank you, Heather.
I mean, all of them are. And of course, look at you. So, of course, I mean, you can't go wrong.
Oh, you can.
Beautiful mother, beautiful children. Very lucky.
Thank you. Thank you all so much.
Very.
Oh, thank you, Cece.
Yes, they all are, CC. If you haven't seen them all, I'm telling you. But of course, they have a beautiful mother, so that's where it starts, you know.
No,
If you
my
put
mum
the
was
seed
beautiful.
into good ground, you'll have perfect trees, guys. Or flowers, whatever you want to call them. Be right back.
Or branches.
Or branches.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever.
So, I will be, by the way, changing the title of this because, like I said, I just wanted to just briefly cover the police that lost their life.
Absolutely.
Just in honor of them and to make a point that
yes, absolutely.
we have... Good God. What are you wearing?
My antlers. You see them? With my belt. I'm a reindeer.
Good God.
Oh, listen. My wife is so, I don't know, you probably see him better this way. See that?
Oh, yep.
My wife has got every little thing that you can think of to wear at Christmas. Now I'm an elf. Yeah, I have hats all over this house and little things and all sorts of stuff. My wife is Mrs. Christmas, so yeah, we have it all. I could just reach somewhere and there's something else laying or been sat there, yeah, so
I don't know what
it keeps me entertained all day when I'm alone by myself. I sit and take pictures of myself in stupid hats all day and then send them to myself and look at them and laugh. Sounds pretty pathetic, doesn't it?
I'm not saying nothing now.
Right. See?
Not
Mrs.
saying
Christmas.
nothing.
Yes, my wife is Mrs. Christmas. It looks like, as I've explained to people and showed, it looks like Christmas threw up in my house. Literally. I have four Christmas trees now. As you can see, I have my stockings over here. Well, if you can't see them, they're all up and down the stairwell here. There's just everything you can think of. Outside, we have lights everywhere and all you can think of. And of course, come Christmas Eve, we have to take reindeer food outside for the reindeer to eat and put cookies and milk out for Santa to eat or me to eat. We're very Christmassy here. I have grandkids, so we have to do those things. But I venture to say, I won't say this in front of my wife, but I think she would still do it even if we didn't have the grandkids, guys. So,
Yep. Believe
Oh,
that
no.
too.
great. Mhm. No, she's very
Comes
Christmassy.
in decorating. Come on.
There
All
go
right.
God. Oh,
There you go, Claus.
Dad, I just learned how to pick a lock.
okay.
Watch.
No,
Watch.
no, you're proud of that? What are you
I'm
gonna start
very proud of that.
breaking into people's houses now?
No. I'm not a criminal.
Yeah. Well, you're okay.
Watch. Just watch.
I'm in the middle of something, son.
Hold on. Would you just enjoy this moment with me for a minute?
No,
Oh, that
Kaden,
was-
I'm doing something
Don't
right now.
you dare do that again.
Hold on, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hang on, he's going to teach us all how to break into a lock. Hey, Pink. Lovely to have you here.
Yeah, he picked a lock that's this big.
But you shut it off. He was going to show us how to pick a
Very
lock.
excited about this little. It's a Smurf lock.
Smurf lock. This is a gold lock. Can't break it open.
I'm doing something. Go do your thing, Kay.
Okay.
Thank you, Kaden. What a day! What a day! What a day!
You got to love children.
Yes, you have to. I indulge in all the cookies. The cookies are amazing. My wife is in there right now doing that. She is making Girl Scout cookies. Oh my God. Stop talking, Pink.
Oh, no. I love shortbread.
Those are good. My favorite Girl Scout
absolutely
cookies
love
are the Samoas. Oh wait, you guys probably do you guys have Girl Scouts over there?
Yes, we do. Thank you.
I mean,
Yes.
is it called Girl Scouts or is it like a different?
Girl Guides.
Okay, well, we sell the
We have Boy Scouts and Girl Guides.
Boy Scout. Okay, we have Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts and a couple other things, but the Girl Scouts sell cookies every year. And
Yeah.
there's like, I don't know, 13 different kinds now. Samoas are amazing. The chocolate peanut butter patty things those are good, and the mint something, those I like those too. But this
You
time
like
of
mint
year,
cookies.
what'd you say?
You like mint cookies. Oreo cookies, no. First Strike, no. Don't
don't
like
like-
Oreos.
You don't like Oreos?
No. I'm not a big cream biscuit eater, I'm sorry.
Cream biscuit.
Get the cream in between the two biscuits. Okay, I've lost you now, haven't I?
No, I got what you're saying. It took me a minute. I forgot you guys call cookies biscuits. Yeah, I got it.
Oh, sorry. Yes, cookies.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Samoas. You've never had Samoas, Cece? Oh my God, they're absolutely amazing. I can't even explain what's inside those. I know there's coconut on them, but I think I showed you when you were on here one time, Lisa. They come in little blue tins around the holidays, and they're just like a butter cookie or biscuit.
Biscuit cookie.
But
Same
they're
thing.
like they're called butter cookies, is what they're called, and they are like the best thing. They have them out around the holidays all the time. They'll make them, and they look like little pretzels or just circular swirly cookies or whatever with like big pieces of sugar on top of them. I like coffee a lot. We all know that. And those cookies are perfect with coffee because they like dissolve in your mouth when you take a drink of coffee. The whole mix is just absolutely divine, I guess you could say. I love them.
Okay. I know what, if they're anything like what we call butter biscuits, which I'm guessing they would be.
Oh, you're sweet?
Yes.
That sounds like the same thing.
Yeah. It sounds the same thing. Butter cookies, butter biscuits.
Yeah. I mean,
Because
it's
they get called both
okay.
the cookbook you read here. So I'm guessing
My
they're
wife.
both the same. And you're right. I like butter cookies, biscuits.
Mm-hmm. They're
Same
amazing.
diff.
They're really like dense. They're not real thick or hard. They're really easy
Yes.
to dissolve. Yeah, that's what we have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me.
Yes.
And my wife is in there baking right now. She's making. This should be interesting to figure out. She's making. I call them snowballs. Her and her mother call them butternut balls. They're just like a round cookie with pecans inside of it, and then they roll them in powdered sugar.
Mm-hmm.
She's making clothespin cookies. Those are little, about this big, and they're circular with a hole down through the middle of it, completely like a tube, and you fill it with cream.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Oh my God. I can't even begin to tell you how good those are. And then you roll those in powdered sugar as well. She's making Buckeyes, which is a peanut butter ball. And then you dip all but the very top of it in chocolate. And they look like a Ohio Buckeye that comes off a tree. Let's see, what else does she make? She's making something called oh shoot, magic bars. They have a graham cracker bottom, and then a layer of chocolate, and then like butterscotch chips, and then another layer of chocolate and coconut and something else, and it's all smashed together in this one big like a cake, and then you cut it in squares. It's a lot of damn sugar, but they're all so good. And then the kolache rolls.
That actually sounds good.
They're very good because I love butterscotch and coconut. So don't even talk about cannolis, Pink. The little cookies are kind of like cannolis, but cannolis are better. The cream that's in the clothespin cookies is more of a lighter, very light, like a fluffy type thing. Cannoli has a thicker, like more of a like a cheesy, cream cheesy type filling in it. Oh my God, I love cannoli. So I love cannolis.
So what is a cannoli?
Okay, so a cannoli is bigger. Okay, it's about that big roughly. You can get a little bigger like this, about that big around.
Yep.
And the inside of it is hollow.
Yeah.
And it's more of a pastry, the outside. Okay. It's a lighter, fluffier type pastry, crispier. And then the inside is like a cream cheese, marzipan cheese mix. And you can put like chocolate chips in it or something like that, little mini chips. And you squeeze that into the middle of it. And you let it sit until it gets nice, and I like them cold, chilled, and they are the best thing I've ever had in my life. I'll just put it that way.
See, ours have just a cream in it.
Mm-hmm. I gotcha. Cannolis are
There you
amazing.
go. See,
I'll see
Daughter
most
knows.
of them. Yeah, she knows what they are. It's an Italian cookie. An Italian thing, I guess you could say, that is where it started at. Jamaican rum cookie.
Okay.
Rum cake, okay.
Yeah.
My aunt makes something. This was hilarious. They're called rum balls. They're about the. I'm sorry, Lisa. Am I talking while you're trying to do something?
You're right. You're right.
Okay.
Go for it.
There's some that she makes. They're about this big around.
Yep.
They're called rum balls. I don't know what the hell the dough is made out of, but they're kind of like a chewy thing. And
I
they're
love
sweet.
rumbles.
Okay.
Love rumbles.
Well, my aunt puts 151
You're right, Melissa. It is custard too. Sorry.
Bacardi 151 rum in the mix for this and rolls them up to
Yep.
where you can't even taste the cookie. It's just the rum. And my son, the 16-year-old, thank God I caught him when he was about 11, is eating cookies, right? And we had put these on the table for a minute. Didn't get a chance to explain that you can't eat these. He ate 2 of them, and like I thought he starts throwing up, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this kid? And he was like, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. I'm like, well, what did he eat? What's going on? I'm checking him for a fever, this and everything else. I found out he ate 2 of those. That's how much rum she puts in these. They're that strong. Like, I can eat 4 of these and I'll be face down drunk, you guys. I'm telling you, no lie. They're that strong. Yes. Welcome to Cookies Under Investigation.
God, we get sidetracked.
I love squirrel.
Pink wants to know, wants you to do a tasting of your cookies during your next live stream, Joe. By the way.
I can do that if she'll make me some, if she'll let me eat them.
You
So,
ain't getting them too Christmas.
We need to talk about this missing cookie. I don't know if anybody has seen this breaking news. This cookie's been missing for 6 weeks.
Who stole the cookie from the cookie jar?
Promise you it's in my stomach.
I didn't do it.
Oh, you make rum balls. Okay. Well, what do you make the dough out of other than the alcohol?
It's not me, actually, Mel. It's your sister, Charlene, that makes the rum balls, but she doesn't put rum in them.
What?
Because the kids eat them.
Not up there.
I'm going to come back down with it.
Why?
You'll get it back. Don't worry. It's not a problem. Do your thing.
T got into the adult punch. Before you talk about that, here you go. I've got to tell you this story. It's Melissa and my eldest son, because these are my 2 oldest children.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a cask of wine in the fridge, and the kids got up early one morning and thought it was cordial. So they were filling up glass and drinking what they thought was cordial.
What is cordial? Like Kool-Aid?
No, your Kool-Aid would be fizz, would it not?
No, there's no carbonation in it. It's just like
okay. Yes, it's cordial then. Yes.
Okay.
So it'd be your Kool-Aid, you're right. That was good, Joe. Because I wouldn't have gotten onto that.
I'm catching on little by little. Like I said, David and me talk a lot, so I'm catching little things here and there.
So anyway, I come downstairs and I had 2 drunk children that were falling over each other.
How old were they?
They were really young. Like Melissa would have been, about 2 then. So
Wow.
Luke would have been, he would have been 2, 3, 4. He would have been 4.
Oh God! I bet you. Did they get sick or anything?
Oh yeah, they got sick, but it was more like my son Luke that started feeding Melissa. It was cordial, and I heard them thinking, yes, they're drinking cordial. And no, they're getting drunk.
Mm-hmm.
So I rang the doctors and everything. Cool.
It happens. It happens.
Yep, never happened again after that.
Right.
Never.
Yeah. Yes, Melissa. It's called Kool-Aid. It's actually spelled with a K. Kool-Aid, just like you pronounce. or you wrote the rest of it. Yeah, it's basically water. Um, I don't even know what the hell the powder flavoring is because it really is very bitter until you add sugar to it. There's different flavors like grape and tropical punch, lemonade, cherry, watermelon, and mixed colors, mixed flavors in it. Like I said, to eat the powder, they get little packets about this big, paper packets, and it comes with just pure Kool-Aid. You tear it open, you dump it in a pitcher, and then you add, I don't know, 25 cups of sugar, it seems like, but
Wow.
I think it's like four cups of sugar actually. You add the sugar, then you fill up your pitcher, a gallon pitcher with water, mix it all together, and then you drink it. And if you don't add that sugar to it, it's very bitter. So however that flavor thing works, I don't get it, but it is what it is.
Now, see, our cordial comes in a bottle and it's liquid,
Mm-hmm.
and you tip it in. It's virtually like, do you know what cocovescence is?
What did you say?
Cocovescence. So
No.
Macca's, all right. So Macca's, your McDonald's, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Macca's, right? To make their Coke, they use what is called cocovescence.
Like a
in
syrup?
normal lemonade. Yeah, it's a syrup, and they pump it in, and that's what makes the Coke.
They add
right?
water and carbonation to it, right?
Yes. So our cordial is in liquid form,
So
virtually
it's
like
concentrated.
very
Okay.
concentrated. You
Yeah.
put a bit in the cup and then add water, and that's our cordial.
Gotcha.
Or
So it's
cordial.
kind of the same thing, I guess. It's just a liquid form. And
Yes, but we don't have that. We don't need to add sugar to ours.
okay, yeah, you have to put sugar in Kool-Aid, or it's just colored water, basically.
You know, ours is already
It's very
sweet.
weird. It's like the sugar activates the flavor that you're making. It's so strange.
It does sound weird.
It is very weird now that I think of it.
It's weird to us.
And
That's
I'll
what
tell you
I-
something else. Like you're talking about Coca-Cola, like the dark Coca-Cola pop that you get at Macca's or McDonald's, whatever you call it.
Like my Far East.
Yes. Here in the United States, it's funny because I didn't even know this. I live in the northern half of the United States in Ohio. My wife and her family are all from the southern half of the United States, down by Alabama and Georgia, Florida, and all the lower half states. So Coke or Coca-Cola is a can of a red can or bottle that says Coke on it or cola, and it's brown. So the first time I went to Alabama with her, we went to a restaurant for whatever reason, and I ordered food, and they said, "What do you want to drink?" And back then I was still drinking pop and stuff like that. So I'll have a Coke, and she says, "Okay, what kind?" I went, I don't know, can or bottle or how do you have it? She goes, "Well, we'll get you your drink. We have fountains, but what flavor Coke do you want?" I went, "What? I want Coke, like brown soda pop Coke, like cola, you know?"
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Which one? What?" I looked at my wife and they are all laughing at me. I said, "I want Coca-Cola in ice, the brown stuff in a glass." And she starts laughing too. So down south, they call Coke everything. Like everything. Dr. Pepper, orange pop, this, that, all sorts of other stuff. It's all Coke. When you say I'll have a Coke, that's what it's all that. You just have to tell them which flavor you want. Like,
Oh,
it took me,
wow.
yeah, like it took me a while to get used to that. Or you have to clarify word for word what you want. Like, I want Dr. Pepper, or I want Orange Faygo, or I want Sprite, or I want this. Everything down there is Coke. I was just like, what the hell happened? All I did was go to a different state, not a different planet. Why is this going on? It took me a minute to get that down, but it does happen. And I found out it's normal down there, all down through the South, because I've talked to people that have told me about that. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that would confuse me badly.
It was completely confusing. Yes. It took,
Really confused me.
it's never taken me 45 minutes to order a drink before.
I'd be looking at him strange. But
I
then again, if I wanted a drink of Pepsi, I'd say Pepsi, not I want Coke.
And that was the thing, is there's Pepsi, Coke and Pepsi. I was even asking her, like, what do you mean? Like, which one? She goes, what do you
How
want?
can it be Pepsi Coke?
That's what I'm saying. And I asked, finally she said it, do you want Pepsi? Do you want Coca-Cola? Do you want Dr. Pepper? Do you want root beer? I said, okay, you mean what flavor drink do I want? She goes, yeah. I said, I want Coke. It was almost like that whole Abbott and Costello thing. Who's on first? It's what it reminds me of. I'm telling you. I mean, we went round and round and back and forth. I said, finally, I think I made her feel dumb and I felt bad about that. But I was like, I said, I want a small can or whatever you have of red drink on the can that says Coke on it. That's what I want. I don't want flavor. I want Coca-Cola flavored like that. And I was like, good God, this is ridiculous. And after that, the next time we went out down there, I told my wife, I said, I'm not ordering anything. I will tell you what I want, and you tell them in your language what it is that I want. Full strength Coca-Cola. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I thought. Coke was like, there's either Coke, Diet Coke, Cherry Coke, Coke Zero, Vanilla Coke. And that's really, well, there's more now, but back then it was Coke, Diet Coke, Cherry Coke, or Coke Zero. That's all there was back then. So
yep.
Just a regular old damn Coke is what I wanted. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Ridiculous.
I prefer Coke in a can or in a bottle.
Me too.
I don't like plastic bottles. Sorry.
I don't like
Coke.
either.
And if you notice, Coke goes very flat very quickly now.
Yes, it does.
But in a bottle, it tastes completely different in a glass bottle I'm talking about.
Yes, it does.
Completely different. And as for Maccas and all that use Coke of Essence, I do not like it.
You don't like the fountain drinks?
Don't like the Coke of Essence. Don't like the taste of it.
Pepsi with crushed ice and a big corn dog. Oh my God. I used to love Pepsi. I used to drink so much Pepsi. Pepsi was so good. And then for whatever reason, my body just said, no, you're stupid. You don't like Pepsi anymore. You like Coke now. Okay. So I went to that. And Coke, and I don't know why, because I think I liked Pepsi because it was sweeter and not as carbonated as Coke. So why did I all of a sudden want to start drinking Coke? It was very weird. Corn dogs are so good. You're making me hungry.
What did you say, that you find Coke not as carbonated as Pepsi, or vice versa?
No, Coke is way more carbonated.
Yeah, you're right.
Way more. Like it.
Yeah.
You take a drink of Coke and like your nostrils and your eye sockets are flaming now.
Yep. 100%. Pepsi with crushed ice. Don't start him on the crushed ice or hear him chewing it again.
I used to love the crushed ice too, the little tiny pieces of it. Oh, it's so good.
Now you just use your teeth and crush it yourself.
I can't help it. I have a bad addiction to doing that.
I noticed. Especially when you're playing video and all you hear is crunch, 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 crunch.
Or earlier when I decided to have a chip and I thought I was sitting far enough away from the mic and I was quiet enough. And I said, are you eating?
Are you eating, Joe?
Yeah, I was eating and I'm like, oh, sorry. Again.
I heard you.
And I was like chewing like slow and quiet. And I'm like,
I know. But we could still hear. Well, I could hear you. Probably because I got earphones on.
Well, that and my microphone is super sensitive. It picks everything up.
Yeah, isn't it funny when I did playback on a couple of videos, I can even hear myself breathing on mine. It drives me insane.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. I dislike it, I should say.
Well, and that's the thing is with the headphones, you pick up extra sound too.
Mm. Yeah, but when I've got the earphones on, I can't hear that. It's only when I play back. But I've actually turned down my gain and that on my mic too.
I don't. That does help a lot.
Mm.
So, how many people did you end up having total in here yet tonight?
We have 11. We have
That's
11
not bad.
people here.
We'll get more people over here.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you
What
all
time
so
is it?
much.
What time is it there now?
It is 11:57 a.m. a.m.
It's
And
almost
my
9 o'clock.
daughters are now behind me. So she's 10:57 because they don't have daylight saving time
Why?
because Queensland don't have daylight savings.
How far away from you is she?
2 states over. So
Oh, okay.
works
I
out
got
1,800 Ks.
I
Kilometers.
thought I forgot that this is the other one was the one that was here.
That's okay.
11 Cookie Monster. It is now. It is almost 9 p.m. here. Oh my God! Really? Well, that went by quick.
Mm. I know. I put my live up to go and have it. Thought I'll go and make coffee and that, and then sort everything out. And I sat down and happened to look, and it's like, yeah, you've got 4 minutes to go. Where did that time go? It goes like this.
Right.
Because we're backwards here. There, my daughter says it's because they're backwards there.
Mm-hmm. Heather said there were 15 in here. That's awesome. We're getting there slowly but surely. We will grow it. Tomorrow, when I go live, I need to talk to Michelle. I was supposed to do a shout out today to a little boy. Where's my phone? There's a little boy that I think he has cancer.
Oh no.
And he's trying to get his channel.
Oh, I've heard about this.
To 10,000, I think, and I guess he's visited with Dwayne Johnson and oh my God, how do I not? Johnny Depp. And so Michelle wanted me to. Here it is. I was wondering if your next live, I got so wrapped up in it. So I want to do it tomorrow if I can. Help a little boy who's double heart transplant. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to reach 10K to get the YouTube plaque. His name is Corey. He goes by Captain Corey. And his channel is Cracking the Box. He's the little boy that dresses like a pirate.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne Johnson, Johnny Depp have both spoken for him. I just thought it would be a nice, yeah, I think it would be too.
And his YouTube channel originally, when he had it up, was it not taken down?
I don't know about
pretty
that.
Sure, it was. What's it called? Cracking the Box.
Kraken, like the animal Kraken. Kraken.
Hang on.
A box.
Kraken.
Kraken. Yes.
Yeah, I think I found it. Hang on. Because I found it. So I will find his.
So all I'm asking is for everybody to subscribe to him. That's all.
I have subscribed, but I'd like to put his
Wait, 200K and a special thank you 2 days ago. So did he already hit it?
Did he? Oh yeah, 210K.
Wow.
Subscribers.
Well, I'll subscribe to him anyway, just to support him.
Good on him.
Yeah, good for you, buddy. Wait, how does this work? Yep, there we go.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Heather. Thank you so much for doing that, love.
Yep, 210,000. Wow, good for you, bud.
Yeah, way to go, kiddo.
Absolutely.
Well done. Well done.
There you go, Heather. Good job, sis. Staying busy all day. Are you
I'm
gonna
glad you
be?
made him smart.
Are you gonna be available tomorrow?
Who?
You.
Me? Yes'm.
Okay. So where in this time span are you gonna sleep, my dear?
Tonight, later on.
Okay.
You gotta
Just
remember
making
it's
sure.
only 12 o'clock here. Midday.
I know, but I just don't want you I don't want to wake you up to have you come into my live stream at 4 o'clock in the morning if you're sleeping.
If I'm no, I'll wake up. I set my alarm.
What time do you usually get up?
Around about 2:30.
Okay. Well, if that's normal, I don't want to, because I can go later if I need to.
No, that's all good. Depends on what time you're starting tomorrow.
Well, I'm going to try. What time did we start today for you? You remember?
Yeah, I think it was closer to 4.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was.
And that's not too early for you?
No.
Okay. You better not be telling me no fibs here, because I want to make sure you're getting your sleep.
I'm looking after myself, Dad.
I just don't want you to get sick again, because it
No,
happened.
I'm good. I am
And I
good.
won't talk to you for another month. Can't have that.
I am good.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
No, I'm good to go. And what are we covering tomorrow?
I don't know yet. We'll see what happens tonight. But probably something that has to do with Idaho. I wanted to look into. There's a couple other cases I've been looking at, but I got to go back and relook at them and see what the deal is. So I've been thinking about that. This case, like I said, this Idaho thing, this is one I thought that Kylie was driving me nuts. This is driving me insane.
Changes very quickly. As for Kylie, yeah, kind of there myself, but I'll rephrase that, was there myself.
Yeah.
But as we found out, it's still under investigation. It's not a closed case, so I feel better knowing that.
Well, why did they put it out as if that was the final, that was it? She died of an accident and case closed. That's how they made it look.
But if you remember, I said, what is weird was they said they were going to come out on the 1st of November.
Yeah.
And they didn't. And I said after that.
They came out 2 weeks before that.
Yeah, but it was done very, like, thrown out there. There was no press conference about it, no nothing, no press and no nothing. So
I think they did that on purpose to avoid the repercussions from the answer they were giving everybody, knowing that it was not going to go over well.
Now, see, you say that, and I now think no, which is what I said back then. That, because I said to you, isn't it funny how they didn't come out on the 1st of November? And you said because it was already put out there. I don't believe that now. I believe because they put that out there to stop everybody talking about it because they're still investigating it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it's the same thing as what I meant. But you're probably right. They wanted to shut everybody down, which
Yeah.
didn't happen. That didn't happen. They got neurotic people like me that are still in the background watching this and investigating it ourselves.
But
So
they did shut down a lot of people though when you think about it.
yeah, no, you're right. They did. It's not on the news. It's all.
Not many YouTubers are talking about it.
There's just maybe a handful of us that are like really hardcore into it.
Yep.
It was good to meet you, Melissa. I hope to see you again.
All right, sweetheart.
Merry Christmas to you as well.
This afternoon. Okay, lovely. Why are you mowing lawn? Oh, the sun's not there. Of course, that's why you're mowing the lawns. I just thought about that. He's at work. All right, love. I'll talk to you this afternoon.
What's up? Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that was a nice presentation, Miss Lisa.
Well, I was going to do my cold cases, but I'll actually do a video about these cold cases, actually. It was nice just to sit and have a chit chat, actually.
Yes, and by the way, I'm excited. I'm excited for those of my people that are in here, for my community as well, that we're going to have Lisa this Friday to be able
Thank
to
you
kick
all
back
so
and
much
have
for
fun
being
with
here.
us. You did hear me say that I was going to start doing that, right?
Yes, I did hear you say that.
Every Friday, that's what we're doing. We're taking a break from all of this, and we just kick back and do whatever we're doing. And I'm glad that you're going to actually be able to join us for that for once.
Yes.
Cross
I
my
was
fingers.
looking forward to that too.
I was looking forward to you being there the last two
Me
times.
too. I still think it was funny, like I'm saying, is his internet dropping in and out like it is for me? No, it's you. No,
Yeah, I
it's
didn't
not
even know
me.
what. I didn't even know. The one time you said, I'll be right back. And then you came back, I think because your grandson was in there. And then the next thing I know, you just disappeared. And I'm like, well, where did you go? And then there was nothing.
And then I got back up again. If you remember, I got back up after that. You put me on the screen because you were talking to
Oh, yeah.
Jessic then. And as fast as I got back up, booted me. And it just kept happening to the point that I would get to where you go in for your mic and that.
Mm-hmm.
And I would go on and nope, wouldn't let me. It just,
I remember.
unfortunately.
I didn't know what was going on. I thought you were getting irritated or angry or something. I'm like, well, maybe she's mad at me, or which I knew that wasn't going to be true. Well, that's why I said I knew that there was nothing there. So
No, well, I went and reset the modem and everything, thinking, oh, I wonder.
Right.
So went and reset that and everything. So.
And then there was zero contact again for like 4 days. And then I messaged your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And then she must have seen it a day or so later. And then I'm like, thank you.
Oh, yeah, she was upset about that, not seeing their messages.
She was upset, what?
She was upset about not seeing your message. And a couple of days or day, whatever it was later, she was really upset about that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's not your fault. Not your fault at all.
So did she lose internet too? Or was it just at your house?
Just at the house.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because the wire on the back of the dish with the wind and the rain and that had come off.
That makes you're right.
And yep, they couldn't work that out. And then yes, great technicians, aren't they?
Yeah. Right.
They finally worked it out.
So they didn't know what was wrong. They just knew you didn't have internet, and it took them that long to figure out that the wire came off.
Yep.
Oh Lord, it sounds like people here in the States.
Oh no, it just takes you. Really, it wasn't. How do I explain this? So the first technician come out, couldn't work it out.
Mm-hmm.
Thought he got it going and everything, and then the one I'm going to say yesterday
Mm-hmm.
got it going. He worked out what was wrong with it because he went up and checked the dish
He actually worked.
because that was the only thing left to check. So he followed the wire from underneath up to the dish, and yep, that's what it was.
Nice. So the other guys were just being lazy. They didn't want to go up on the roof and check the dish.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well,
That
apparently he didn't think of it. Take your pick. Which
That sounds
which
well.
one it was.
Well, at least here, I would have said lazy because we've had people like that here. They're just lazy. They don't want to work. It's sad.
Yeah, most of them think it's just as simple as resetting the modem. And I
That's
said,
not that easy.
I already did that. Sorry, not that silly.
Yeah, but I
Did
wouldn't
you
have called
switch it
you.
off at the wall? Did that?
Ridiculous. I thought.
I could
I
work
thought-
for a technician for him.
Right. I thought that it might have been because of the rain or something like that. Your power might have gone out or something. I was like, oh my God, I hope her computer did not fry again. I was like, she's going to be so mad.
No.
And I knew
No.
if I knew once you sent that message or she sent me that message, I'm like, oh my God, she's got to be going insane without internet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's my saving grace. My internet is my saving grace. It's my
Mhm.
sanity.
Same
It's
as
like,
it is.
what do I do? What do I do?
Right. Yeah, because the way my household is set up is my internet runs everything that consists of entertainment to me here. Like I don't have cable TV. I have cable apps that are running off of my internet. And of course this, and then everything else I have is internet based. So when I don't have internet, I'm like getting ready to hang myself because I can't do anything. It's ridiculous. And my phone, it'll work without internet, but it's very, very crappy. I'll be lucky if I get a signal.
Yep. And I'm the same. Everything runs off the internet.
Mm-hmm.
My entertainment and everything. Like I watch everything through my computer in my bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go out to the lounge room and you've got the internet running the TV out there. Although you'll get the 4 channels, the normal
See,
channels.
I don't even get that out
But
here
I'm not.
anymore.
But see, I'm not a big TV watcher either.
Mm-hmm.
I spend a lot of time on the internet. For me to sit down and actually watch TV, like the normal TV stations,
Gotcha.
very, very, very rare you'll see me do that.
Makes sense. Well, everybody, I think I need to jump off here and go do a couple of things for my wife to help her with her baking process. And I have to make sure that my child is getting himself ready for bed. And
not picking locks.
yes. So I appreciate you
bless
having me here, Miss Lisa. I really do.
Thank you for being here, Joe.
I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and evening, and all the rest of you guys. Thank you so much for joining Lisa today, whatever it is, and us both here. I appreciate you guys. You guys know that. So, and I will see you all tomorrow too.
Yep.
So, you all have
And
a wonderful rest of your evening, and don't forget to love yourselves and love each other.
100%. You too, Joe.
Yes, ma'am, and thank you again for having me. Always
You're more than welcome.
All right, guys. I will see you guys later. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Joe. Well, that didn't go as planned, but I did enjoy it. I do like just having chit-chats with everybody. Have fun baking, Joe. I think his wife does more of the baking than Joe does. But don't tell him I said that. I'll probably get hung for it. You enjoyed it, Pink? I did too. It's nice to just sit down and chit chat, especially about the differences in the two countries. I like to learn things. Oh, that's good, Cece. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Not hard for me to throw plans out the window. All that stress about planning everything just out the window. But sometimes it's just nice to have a break and do this, especially when we can all join in and chit chat about different things, not one topic. So yes, I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. Excuse me. Do we have lamingtons in Australia? We do, Pink. Very much so. I love lamingtons too, by the way. We have, if your lamingtons are what I call proper lamingtons, which are cake virtually rolled in chocolate with coconut on it. But then they also have the ones where you have the cake and in between two layers of cake they have cream and then it's rolled in chocolate icing followed by rolled in coconut. Now I want to know, do you have vanilla slices? Just out of curiosity. Oh, okay. I've seen them. I actually had never tried one, Pink. I have to say I've never tried a raspberry one. Sounds delicious, CC. You don't have them? They are lovely, and I actually really love it with just plain ice cream too. I'm strange like that. I like cake and ice cream. So where are you from, Pink, if you don't mind me asking them? What's a vanilla slice? I've never heard of lamingtons either. Oh, really, Heather? Okay. So vanilla slice is you have pastry and then custard that is very thick custard that has vanilla essence in it, of course, and then another layer of pastry on top of that, and on top of the top layer of pastry is icing. And they are my biggest downfall. I love them. Oh, you don't like coconut? Oh, okay, you're in California. So, Heather, how have you not heard of lamingtons, love? Aren't you in the States too? Just out of curiosity. Oh, it is delicious, Heather. It's absolutely beautifully delicious. Vanilla slices are my weakness. That I can promise you. I'm going to a bakery tomorrow. Okay. They're your weakness too. They're called raspberry zingers. Okay. Never heard them called that. No, they're just called vanilla slices. See, got that stuck in my head now. I can actually taste it. Lamington's still here. You know vanilla slices, I take it you're talking about, Heather? Yep. But I really do like the Lamingtons. I tend to put it in a bowl and I'll put a little bit of ice cream with it. Vanilla ice cream. Oh, zingers. Sorry, Heather. That makes sense. I make vanilla slices from time to time. Oh, I ought to make cakes the same way with the custard in minute. Yeah, I love custard. But it has to be thick custard. We have custard here you can buy in the grocery shop that comes in a carton, and it's too runny for me. And besides that, I don't like cold custard other than very thick custard that's it like in the vanilla slices. Oh, okay, Heather. It's weird to people here for me to eat cake and ice cream. Believe it or not, not many people do it here. Do you also have pavlova with passion fruit bananas? Yes, Pink, but I do not eat pavlova. Sorry, don't eat it. Really, things aren't, we are like talking to Joe and you guys, things aren't that much different other than a few little things, and we just have different names for things, that's all. And different pronunciations, like I was saying earlier, like the calf for the Idaho 4, that is a Hyundai Elantra. And then listening to you guys say it, Hyundai, confused me. But then Tony explained that you guys don't pronounce the Y. Just out of curiosity, Can you guys tell me if you can hear this for me? I love the way you all say mate. My mate. I'm funny about that, Pink, actually, because it's a male thing. Your mates are usually males. And it's funny because as I was growing up, I had to prove that whatever a male could do, I could do. Just because of certain things that had happened. Needless to say, males would come up and call me mate, or that I'd turn around and say, I'm not your mate, I don't even like you. These were people that I didn't know. So my comeback was always, I'm not your mate, I don't even know you, or I don't even like you. Sometimes I thought it was funny, sometimes no, didn't think it was funny. I don't mind it every now and then, I just don't. It's kind of like bro. When they say it constantly, drives me a little insane. Thank you, Cece, sweetheart. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, Pink. They don't know that mate is for males, that it actually refers to a male. But it's like, I suppose, a lot of things that refer to males now that are said, it kind of loses it over the years, or nobody looks at the history of it. You know, like the saying under the thumb comes from the fact that a man back in the old days could beat his wife providing he did it with a weapon that was no bigger than his thumb. No, there's not. See, and I find Americans very respectful in the fact that they call you people call each other ma'am and sir. We don't do that here. Well, it is now for everybody, actually, come to think of it. So I better rephrase that. But it wasn't, it does reference a male. Your mate was a male saying it to a male friend. Oh, no, it wouldn't offend me anyway, Pink. See, from somebody that doesn't live in this country, I fully understand it. But somebody that, not that anybody around me calls me mate. My grandkids will do it every now and then because it's a new word So it doesn't really bother me from them. But for somebody to call you mate that doesn't know you, that, you know, you've just met, and then they keep doing it, is like a little weird. That's why I come up with that comeback. See, when I was actually thinking about that, when I went to school, we had to call our teachers sir or ma'am. When my children went to school, not my two eldest ones, but the other four, they had changed it to the kids could refer to the teachers by their names. And then it was they could refer to them by their first names, which I absolutely 100% disagreed with. Like people getting too comfortable sometimes. Yeah, exactly, Pink. Exactly. I get Australian peeps pretty often at my second job. What is your job, Squirrel, if you don't mind me asking? If I actually come to think of it, if you can say it without pinpointing where you are or anything that's gonna, they like for, yeah, I could believe that. A lot of Aussies like American women. So yes, I can 100% believe that. And I'm not saying that in a bad way to you, by the way. Please don't think that. There are just men here that like American women. Beautiful American women. Oh, okay, Pink. Mr. and Mrs. Yeah. And that I agree with. But when they changed it to, oh, yeah, they can call you by the first name. Like I said, my kids, they're not my kids' friends. They're my children's teachers. They're here to teach my children. So, no, they won't be referring to them by their first name. God, I'm starting to sound like my own mother. Anyway, my lovely peoples, some of the men are quite handsome. Oh, you're lucky, Squirrel. Haven't seen one of those for a while. No, I'm joking. I'm not really looking. I've been on my own now for, God, 20 years, 18 years, 19 years. Let me think. God, yeah, 18 years. Yeah, you're right. They are forward. in a nice way too, I might add. Some of them. Handsome men loving that. Lap it up, squirrel, lap it up. Every woman deserves to be given compliments, even by other women. And I will push that. And I don't mean that as in pick up to other women either, by the way, guys, just to state that. But we should praise each other. Not pull each other down. Thank you, Cece. Okay, my lovely, beautiful people. Thank you all so much for being here. Sorry it went sidetracked, but I did enjoy the chit-chat and listening to Joe. I think he got himself hungry talking about his wife's biscuits. But I appreciate each and every one of you. I love you all, of course. That goes without saying. Remember, you're all beautiful, inside and out. And what Joe says, love yourselves, please, and take care. And love and light to each one of you and to your families. And I will see you tomorrow on Joe's channel. And to them, great laughs and wonderful words of wisdom, Lisa. Great show. Thank you, T. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Next time, hit him upside the head to get back on track, Lisa. Okay, better. I'll do that, Heather. Just my favorite is "You are so beautiful in my country." Like, what about everywhere else? Good point, Squirrel. Good point. That is a really good point. That is strange. So, no, you're beautiful anywhere you are. You tickled me with that one, Heather. You get me into trouble. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow on Joe's channel. Love you all. Thanks, guys. Bye.